Hello everyone, this is FDV's vladerag, here to bring you Funcast episode something, I don't know. No idea what match this is. I am basically casting it for the fun of it, which I think makes this a fun cast, I would say. Today we're going to be seeing FDV's Nelvahill as the purple Zerg in the top right versus FDV's SKD as the orange Zerg in the bottom left. And there's his pet, Simon, Simeon, or Simon, I don't know, whatever, who is the sheep with the high-pitched overlord voice. And the map, of course, is going to be Cloud Kingdom. I often mess this up and say Daybreak, but this is not Daybreak, it's Cloud Kingdom. So a ZVZ on Cloud Kingdom LE, obviously, since we have Simon the Sheep. You can tell that this is Pete mode. I mean, if you couldn't tell already from, the UI, but hey, whatever. I like Pete mode. Me and Nelvahill have just played a match, so now SKD and Nelvahill are playing a match. Always a fun game mode. I really wish more people played it. Maybe I will use my unparalleled YouTube popularity, hi all my 7 subscribers, to make Pete mode more popular. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? I really feel like Pete mode is just amazing. It's just the most fun things ever. Heck, I could even bet on who I think is gonna win. But I am casting, so I will not. I shall refrain. I shall hold myself back. After this match, I will be going to make a video on how to do a Zerg build, the next episode of Learn to Play, talking about the 1414, or also known as the Speedling Expand, and how to and when to use it. But we are not, actually SKD might have actually gone 1414. No, he can't have, because he's on 16 supply putting down his extractor, so no, not a 1414, but nevertheless sort of the same general idea. On the other hand, we see a hatch first out of Nelvahill. Now the thing is if you go 14 pool, 14 expand, or not 14 pool, but 14 pool, and then expand right off the bat there, you generally, most people will say, will be at a disadvantage to somebody who goes hatch first. However, with the Speedling Expand, what happens is that you have speed and lings, and you're able to punish a hatch first player. It's a lot like a 10 pool opening. I'm not sure precisely how it will match up versus the other Zerg openings, the 10 pool and 14 pool. I feel like the 14-14 might be a better choice. Perhaps it all comes down to how you defend it. I don't know. I'm not a Zerg player. I do know the build, so I plan to pass it on. Of course, all these things, discussions about where it's used and when it's used and what opener is the best, all of those to some extent depend on your micro and depend on planning. You can basically use any opener at any time if you plan right for, If you think to yourself, oh, well, hold on, I think I'm going to have to leave my discussion behind. We are not seeing there's the attempt to expand, but we've seen a Baneling nest down before expansion. I get the feeling we might be seeing some pressure out of SKD. Really hope so. As I've said in basically every ZVZ match, this is my favorite matchup just because of all the microing and macroing that goes on. This expansion has been pretty effectively blocked by Nelvahill. I don't know if his drone is on hold position, simply because he hasn't attempted to move it. Not really the best choice. There we go. It is not on hold position. He could have set that hatch down a lot earlier. Tips and tricks for you: if you do want to block a hatch or block an expand, put your unit on hold position. That way they won't be able to attack and move it, and you can move it away before they, kill it. Of course, Protoss, we just like to, throw down a pylon and block you again anyway. But, yeah, although, again, I always prefer to cancel said pylon. Just because, yeah. I actually recently played a game versus Nelvahill, not that last one, where I proceeded to block his natural, and then put cannons at his third as it was building. So yeah, he was not happy. Zerg's never happy about that. Now Nelvahill is going to see all of this coming. How is he going to react? Are we going to see a... Oh, yep, there we go. The queens are going to wall off. This natural has been left for dead. And we'll see if he can produce enough units fast enough to hold this off. That spine crawler is basically a time-buying spine crawler. There's no way it would complete... You ever noticed how like it's got like these weird tentacle things? Yep. We are seeing a lot more lings moving out, but they do not have speed. SKD has neglected to get his speed upgrade. Nelvahill's lings have the advantage here. Oh my gosh, this is reminding me a little bit of their match on Belshir Vistage, which I think was the most epic game of our qualifiers as to date. Who knows? Maybe what the fuck. Love saying his name like that. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I have a friend who says what the fuck like that. WTF. I really shouldn't be swearing. I know I have one 9-year-old viewer at the very least. So, or sorry, 10-year-old viewer. I really should not be swearing. That just slipped out. I actually said, oh, well, I said, well, I'm stuttering. I said, what? That's a buck? Yeah, there we go. See, I can think fast on my feet. Yeah. And you can't see it, but I have an expression of complete embarrassment and shame right now. On the other hand, SKD was unable to pressure Nelvahill. That speed is just too good. You know, it really makes a difference. Speed doesn't increase Zergling attack, but when it comes to getting into position and how to control your lings the best, speed is a huge deal. I mean, it's just incredible the difference it makes when you have speed to when you don't in ling versus ling battles. I really feel like SKD should have his speed. I mean, you don't want to be at a disadvantage. I guess the disadvantage matters less when roaches get on the field, but speed is quite important still. He does have a lair. We're not seeing centrifugal hooks, which would be the next thing you might want versus speedlings, because slow banelings versus speedlings, I mean, yeah, the micro can just tear that to shreds. He is just sort of sending in banelings. Not really sure I like this choice. I do think that a couple of banelings could probably kill that off. He's going to sacrifice one. He's going right for the workers. No, Nelvahill's not going to let it happen, though. Not that easily. Oh, there goes one detonation. Don't know how many kills that was. Cannot open the worker killed count in Piedmont. Nelvahill does have mutas on the field. So, oh my gosh, they're going to clean these banelings up very well. It turns out those were scouting banelings. Yeah, now we've got a real issue down for Nelvahill. He is, in some ways, lucky he spotted that, but did I say Nelvahill? A real problem down for SKD. He's lucky he spotted that. Spore crawlers were on the way. This Overlord spread... Just want to say, GG, this is hard. This Overlord spread is what's killing him here. Nelvahill knows everything that's happening before SKD has, before he can even move out, and this is quite the muta count. Well, not quite the muta count. I thought those Zerglings were mutas, so I thought it was pretty impressive. But 5 mutas, I don't know if that'll even take the Spore Crawler out. I don't think it will, not with the Queen there to do a transfuse. We are seeing a bit of lag. What are those drones doing? They really should just keep mining. I think the Zerglings and Queen can take care of this themselves. We are seeing a bunch of lings and corruptors on the field. Corruptors, of course, being sort of a soft counter to Mutalisks. They will beat a Mutalisk one-on-one, certainly. They aren't actually all that great versus Mutalisks, but hey, they win. That's about all that needs to be said. We are seeing a bunch of lag come out. I don't know if that's out of me or someone else or how it works. Peep mode is sometimes just a tad laggy, but I feel like SKD can't hold this anymore. I thought I exit the process. Oh, he's a torrent. Okay, he's lagging. But he is in trouble. Lag or no lag. He's got Infestors versus Lings. Infestor Ling can be a reasonable composition, but, that was actually pretty Gosu there. Oh, but he's gonna lose them all right now. He cannot... I mean, either you need, like, perfect fungal micro for these to survive, or you need Ling. You need something to tank for your investors. It is a D to GG. There's the GG, and that was a match. I will see you